Hello again. In China today, as in the Soviet Union before it fell, and also, of course, Nazi Germany come to that, anybody seeking work is compelled to prove their loyalty to the officially sanctioned ideology. Those unorthodox in their thinking or politically unreliable are destined to be unemployed. To the British, that kind of thing always seemed monstrous. What possible business is it of the state what somebody's political views might be? That's a private matter, and it is why we have a voting system based on secret ballot, so that whether we are left wing or right wing is known to nobody unless we choose to tell people. That sort of thinking is today, of course, regarded as hopelessly outdated. And if you want a job with any public body, such as schools, hospitals, civil service, local authority, and so on, then your politics will be carefully examined before you are offered even the lowliest position, such as that of clerical assistant. I realise that this might sound like scaremongering, so I invite viewers to examine the thumbnail to this video. Part of the process for being interviewed for jobs these days in large organisations often involves a test with multiple choice questions. It's done on a computer. It's undertaken together with a face-to-face interview, as it can give an employer some insight into the character, aptitude, and suitability of an applicant. A few weeks ago, somebody applied for a job with a health trust in the south of England. It wasn't for a grant role, it was actually for clerical assistant. Here is one of the questions on the multiple choice thing that they had to do before they were interviewed in person. Ready? Thomas and Jenny have just had their first baby. The community midwife visits their home and notices what looks like an extreme right-wing political organisation membership card on the coffee table, together with some of the group's promotional pamphlets. Do you consider this a safeguarding risk? Well, here are the three possible answers. 1. Yes, seek more information or speak to your line manager or organisational safeguarding team before deciding if there are any safeguarding risks. 2. Yes, speak to them about their political views before deciding if there is a safeguarding risk. Or 3. No, do nothing. It's none of your business what people's political views are. Now, until a very few years ago, every normal British person would have answered without hesitation that it's none of their business what other people's political views are. I can tell you now that if you gave that answer when seeking a job with the NHS, then your application would go straight in the wastepaper bin. The correct answer now is to go beetling off to your superior and tell him or her what you have seen in somebody's home. It is your attitude towards such an outrageous invasion of somebody's privacy on which you will be judged these days if you wish to work for the state. You must accept that state employees have a duty to spy on people in their own homes, and if their political views are divergent, then they have a duty to report them. This is how it was in East Germany, of course, with the Stasi and the extensive network of informers. Being neutral is not an option. You are either with the state and prepared to act as an informer, or you will find it impossible to work for any state-run body. Some people refuse to send their children to school, or even register them with a doctor, for this very reason, because they can't bear busybodies. Such parents are dismissed as being paranoid or in the grip of conspiracy theories. But in a world where community midwives will enter your home and start snooping in this way, who can really blame those who choose not to have any dealings with the apparatchiks of the state and who wish to deny them access to their home? This is the current condition of Britain, a country once renowned as the land of freedom. It is now the home of the informer and spy,